So now let's go to the circumcentre. So we talked about the orthocenter last lesson. So today we are focusing on circumcentre, which is page 22 of your notes. So circumcentre is the intersection of perpendicular bisectors. Okay, so again, let's try to draw a diagram. So again, let this be, so maybe draw a triangle like this. This one is A, x1, y1, and then this one is B, x2, y2, and then this one is C, x3, y3. So let's use a ruler to connect the dots together. Okay, so the triangle will be like this. Okay, so just one reminder first: orthocenter and circumcenter have the chance of lying outside the triangle. Okay, if it is an obtuse triangle. But for sure, centroid and incenter, okay, no matter it's acute angle triangle or obtuse angle triangle, they will still inside the triangle. Okay, so centroid and incenter must lie inside the triangle. Okay, so let's see. We just say that circumcenter is the intersection of perpendicular bisectors. So let's see. So the perpendicular for AC will be like this. Bisect, right? So you know this is the midpoint of AC. Okay, so this point is x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. And then let's draw a perpendicular bisector for AB. So maybe like this one. Okay, so you already know actually this is the circumcenter, right? Okay, and then we can also draw the third one. Okay, we can draw the perpendicular bisector of BC. So it's this one. Okay, again, what's this point? This point is the midpoint of BC, which is x2 plus x3 over 2, y2 plus y3 over 2. So again, how can we find the coordinate of the circumcenter? Okay, so for sure we need two equations of perpendicular bisector, right? Let's say we want the equation of the blue perpendicular bisector, like this one, and then we would want the equation of the green perpendicular bisector, like this line. Okay, so how to get the equation of the blue perpendicular bisector? So actually we got slope of AC, right? Okay, slope of AC is y3 minus y1 divided by x3 minus x1. Okay, so which means that we also got the slope of the blue line, since can you see that the blue line is perpendicular to AC, right? Okay, and then we also know that the blue line passes through midpoint of AC. So again, we could use point slope form to determine the equation of the blue line. Okay, so now repeat this process one more for the green line. Okay, so we know the slope of BC, and then which means that we got the slope of the green perpendicular bisector, because -1 over slope of BC, right? And then we also got the midpoint of BC. Okay, you know the green line passes through midpoint of BC, right? So again, we got one point and one slope, so we can use point slope form to determine the equation of the green line. Then we just solve for the simultaneous equation for these two lines. Then we will got the coordinate of the circumcenter. Okay, so let's take a look at some questions. I give you a numerical question first. Okay, so go to the drilling questions. Okay, this note, page 12. So take a look at this note, this question, I mean. Okay, so there are two straight lines. L1 is 3x minus 40 equals 0. 4y equals 0, and then L2 is 4x plus 3y minus 150 equals 0. And then they intersect at point A. Okay, so without looking at any further clues from the question, just solve the coordinate of A first. Okay, intersection. Okay, so I will use the simultaneous equation, right? And maybe you can build up some mathematical sense. 3x plus 4y. And L2 is 4x plus 3y. Actually, it already infers that L1 perpendicular to L2. You can check the slope, okay? Okay, so after solving it by program, you would get x is 24, y is 18, which means A is 24, 18. Okay, and then L2 cuts the y-axis at point B. Okay, so B is the y-intercept for L2. So substitute x is 0. Then we will get y is 50, so B is 0, 50. Okay, so let's try to draw the diagram. So 24, 18 maybe somewhere here. And then B, okay, 0, 15, 50, sorry, maybe here. So we want to find the perpendicular bisector of AB, which is meant by the blue line. Okay, so as you know, perpendicular bisector of AB must pass through midpoint of AB first, right? So we can find midpoint of AB first, which is 12 and 34. So this point is 12, 34. Okay, and then what's the slope of the blue line? So for sure we need to find the slope of AB first. So slope of AB is negative 4 over 3. Okay, so slope of the, we don't say blue line now in the question, okay? The blue line is actually the perpendicular bisector of AB would be 3 over 4. So now we got point, got the slope, so just use point slope form. So y minus 34 over x minus 12 is 3 over 4. Okay, so you continue with your computation, and then, wait, you will get the equation is y equals 3 over 4x plus 25. Okay? So that's the answer for part A. Okay, so let me delete it first. Okay, so let's see. And then part B, they ask us to find the circumcenter of OAB. Okay, let's see. So O is the origin, which is here. So this will be our triangle. Okay, so circumcenter for sure needs two equations. Okay, need the equation for two perpendicular bisector. So we've found one already from part A, and then we need to find another one. So maybe we can find the perpendicular bisector for OB. Okay, so this will be the perpendicular bisector. Okay, so let's see. This line, okay, the highlighted line. So again, let's find the midpoint of OB first. The midpoint of OB would be 0 and then 25. But as you know this time, can you see that the perpendicular bisector of OB is a horizontal line, right? Okay, it's a horizontal line, which means the equation of the perpendicular bisector of OB would be y equals 25, right? Because it's a horizontal line. Okay, so y equals 25. So we got the two equations for the perpendicular bisector already. Okay, so let's do the simultaneous equation. Y equals 3 over 4x plus 25, and then y equals 25. Okay, so you substitute y equals 25 to here. then you will find out x is 0, y is 25. So the coordinate of our circumcentre this time, okay, would be 0, 25, which is meant by this point, okay? Okay, let's try to do on your own, okay? The question number 3. So pause the video first and then you do it, okay? So let's check the answers. This time, they already directly give you the coordinate of P and Q. Again, draw the diagram first. 30, 30 here. Just approximate is okay. Q is here. Okay, and then find the perpendicular bisector of PQ, which is, again, the blue line. So you know perpendicular bisect, okay? Because of this term, bisect, so you need to find the midpoint of PQ first, which would be 33 and 15. Let me see. Yeah, 33 and 15. So again, what's the slope of the blue line? So we need to find the slope of PQ first. It should be -5. Yeah, which means the slope of the perpendicular bisector of PQ would be 1/5. Okay, so use point slope form. Y minus 15 over x minus 33 is 1/5. So the required equation, for sure you need some step, right? Okay. The required equation would be y equals 1/5x plus 42/5. That's the answer for part A. Okay, or you can just write x minus 5y plus 42 equals 0. Got it? Okay, and then let's see part B. First, similar with the previous question that I demonstrated. Okay, so find the find the coordinate of the circumcentre of OPQ. So again, O is our origin, which means the triangle is something like this. Okay, so we got the equation for one of the perpendicular bisector already, so we need another one, right? Then we can solve for the intersection to get the circumcentre. So maybe this time we can find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of OQ. This is our aim. Okay, perpendicular bisector of OQ. So find the midpoint of OQ first. Midpoint of OQ would be 18, 0. And can you see that this time is a vertical line, right? The perpendicular bisector, okay? Which means that the equation, okay, would be x equals 18, right? Because it's a vertical line， 即係佢係垂直嘅一條直線嚟㗎嘛，咁所以咪就係 x 等於18咯，嗰個equation。Okay, so solve for the simultaneous equation. Okay, so x equals 18 and then x minus 5y plus 42 equals 0. So we substitute 18 minus 5y plus 42 equals 0. So negative 5y is negative 60. So y is 12, and then we got x is 18 already, which means the coordinate of the circumcentre would be 18, 12. Got it? So, and then next part, we would like to come to the MC. Okay, so the first type of MC I would like to teach you is how to compare the slope of different straight line. Okay, let's see page 253. Okay, take a look at question 3. So you can see there are 4 straight lines, and then they are asking you to compare the slope of these 4 straight lines. So whenever you come across with this question type, you just draw an arrow, okay, from the right hand side. I mean the upper right hand side, 即係由左上角畫個箭嘴. Okay, then it will arrange the the slope in descending order. So this one is the slope is the largest because it's the deepest. 呢條最斜嘛 ，slope 咪最大咯。And then to L1, and then to L4, and then to L3。即係個箭嘴就係幫你由大至細咁排啦。Okay, so now it's descending order, so it should be 2, 1, 4, 3. So the answer is D. Okay, 畫個箭嘴，然後就自動已經大至細出晒嚟啦啲 slope。So you try this first, okay? So I assume you finish it. Again, you just draw an arrow, okay? Then you can see 3 is the largest, the slope, and then 4, and then what's this line? This line. Oh, this line is L1, and then to 2. So, but now it's in ascending order, so flip it. So it should be 2, 1, 4, 3. So the answer should be D. Okay? And now, I want to go to some questions that you may not be able to substitute numbers. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's say 254, question 8. So we say, if A, B, C are positive real numbers, okay, which of the following could represent a graph of AX plus BY plus C equals 0? Okay, so let's see. So we can think of mainly the direction is think of the slope, think of the x-intercept, and think of the y-intercept. So this time the equation is AX plus BY plus C equals 0, and then one main important thing that the question tells us is that A, B, C are all positive, which means, okay, the slope will be negative A over B, right? A, B are also positive. So you know the slope will be negative. So for sure A is wrong because you can see the slope of A is upward sloping, so the slope should be greater than 0, right? So B, C is also wrong. So this leaves us only D or E. Okay, so now, can you see that the y-intercept for D is positive, while the y-intercept for E is negative? So let's see how to calculate the y-intercept. So the term of AX will go 0, right? So we only have BY plus C equals 0. So Y is negative C over B, and you will know C over B should be positive. So which means the y-intercept is smaller than 0, so E is the correct answer. Okay? So time for you to try to do it. Do question 10, 11, 12, and 13. Okay, do these 4 questions. Okay, so I assume you finish it. So let's try. So this time, A smaller than 0, but B larger than 0. And then ask you which is the graph for y equal AX plus B. So for sure, you know the A in this question represents slope, right? But A is more than 0, so A this time the slope should be negative. So downward sloping. So A is wrong, B is wrong. Okay? And then let's see. B in this case is the y-intercept. This time B larger than 0. So the y-intercept should be positive. So the answer is D. Okay? Again, let's see. This time A bigger than 0, B bigger than 0, but C is negative. Okay, so again, the slope is negative A over B, but this part should be positive, right? Which means the slope is negative. Slope is negative, so AB is wrong. And then let's see. Again, compare the y-intercept. The y-intercept, okay, because x went to 0, so BY plus C is 0, so y is negative C over B. But you know, C is negative, okay, which means C over B should be negative. So negative C over B should be positive. So the y-intercept should be positive, so it should be D. Okay? Actually, this is not very hard, okay? Just analyze the signs. Okay, and then let's see. X minus y equals k. So you can arrange this better into slope-intercept form, which means y equals x minus k. Okay? And then for sure, you know the slope is 1, right? Because 1 times x minus k. So it should be upward sloping. So A and boy are wrong. And let's see. K is negative. So, okay, so the y-intercept in this case is negative k. So you are negating a negative number. So the y-intercept should be positive. So the answer is C. OK， 因為你 k 係一個負數，你減一個負數，負得正啊嘛，咁所以你個 y-intercept 應該係正數嚟㗎。OK, again, let's go to 13. So, you can see, let me see, we can check the x-intercept first. The x-intercept means ax plus 1 equals 0. X would be negative 1 over a. Yeah. And can you see the x-intercept should be negative this time because it's on the negative x-axis, right? Which means negative 1 over a should be less than 0. So a for sure should be positive. Okay? And let's take a look at the y-intercept. The y-intercept means by plus 1 is 0. So y should be negative 1 over b. And can you see the y-intercept this time is in the negative y-axis? 即係個 y-intercept 應該細過零咁你見到 which means that negative 1 over b should be less than 0. So b should be greater than 0. Okay, so answer is A. Okay? And then let's take a look at other types of the multiple choice question. Okay, I would like to go to page 260. So again, you can see this type of question or many variables, A, B, C, D, X, Y, 6 variables. So for sure you cannot substitute numbers, right? Okay. So you see, what's this question talking about? So there are two straight lines. So this one is L1, which is y equals ax plus b. And then L2. Equation of L2 is y equals cx plus d. Okay, so they intersect at this point and ask you which of the following must be true. So you analyze first. Slope of L1 should be positive, which means a should be greater than 0. But y-intercept for L1 should be negative, so b should be smaller than 0. Which means, can you see, a is positive, b is negative. So AB should be smaller than 0. So A for sure is wrong. Okay, let's see. L2 is downward sloping. So C should be less than 0. But this time the y-intercept for L2, okay, is positive, right? So D should be greater than 0. Again, negative times positive should be negative, right? So B is also wrong. Okay, and then we have checked the slope. So maybe we can check this point, like the intersection point. Okay? So can you see that this intersection point is the x-intercept for both L1 and L2, right? Okay, so let's see. So for L1, the x-intercept, okay, so you substitute y equals 0. Then you would get x is negative b over a. So this point is negative b over a and 0. But then for L2, this point is also the x-intercept for L2, right? So you substitute 0 again to this formula. So x is, let me see, negative d over c. So this point has another name called negative d over c 0. Okay, so which means that negative b over a equals negative d over c. Okay, so you omit the negative sign and then you do cross multiplication, 即係交叉相乘, you will got a dot equals bc. So it should be dot. Okay, this question type are a bit complicated. Okay, but always appear. Okay, so spend some time to revise on it. So try to do this question on your own. Okay, just use some time to think it. Okay, so let's check the answer. So, again, the direction, like how do we think of this kind of question type? Always the slope, x-intercept, and y-intercept. Okay, so let's see. Maybe I will try to look at this first. Okay, look at this first, the x-intercept. So the x-intercept for this point, okay, so x-intercept, right? So y go to 0. Which means this point is negative c over a and then 0. 你代個零我有睇到㗎啦 Okay, you solve for x. And then let's take a look at this one. This one, the x-intercept, yeah, x-intercept means y is 0. So this one is negative m over k and 0. And then also we can take a look at the let me see. Maybe we can take a look at the y-intercept. Y-intercept, okay? So again, this is the y-intercept, a common y-intercept for both lines, okay? So this one, okay, I mean, like, let's say this one is L1. Okay, so the y-intercept would be negative c over b. And then for L2, the y-intercept would be 0 and negative m over L. So again, you know that c over b equals m over L. So you do cross multiplication, 交叉相乘啦, you would know 4 is correct. Okay, so now it leaves you, okay, whether 1 or 2 is correct. So we can use the slope first. So, you know, for L1, okay, for L1, the slope is negative a over b, right? Okay? And then you will find that actually it's not useful because I want to check AC, okay? So maybe we can think of the x-intercept, okay? So the x-intercept for L1 is negative. So negative c over a should be negative, right? Which means c over a should be positive. Okay, if c over a is positive, for sure, AC is also positive. So the answer should be boy. Okay, let's try to do more questions. 其實你都係睇下正負嘅啫，得唔得？ Okay, so this line is called ax plus 1 equals 1. This one is x plus by equals 1. Okay, so again, spend some time to do it first, and then you listen to my explanation. So I will try to see slope first. Okay, so the slope of this line would be negative a. And then slope of this line would be negative 1 over b. Okay, so you know the slope of this line should be greater than 0, right? Which means negative a should be greater than 0. So a should be smaller than 0. And then for this line, it's also upward sloping, right? So negative 1 over b should be greater than 0. So b should be less than 0. So from this, you can already eliminate a and boy. And then you see AB, okay, like AB is more than 1 or greater than 1. Can you see that both A and B are negative, right? Negative times negative must be positive, so it should be dot. Okay? 因為如果你 AB 細過1係咪包啲負數落去？但係 A 係負數 ，B 係負數，負一定得正啊嘛，所以 AB 一定要係即係正數咯，所以就係 dot 啦。And then more questions on this question type. So let's go to 263. Okay, you try to do it, okay? Okay, let's see. So the equation for this line is ax plus y equals b. And then the equation for L2, which is this line, is cx plus y equals d. Okay, so let's see. Again, compare the slope first, okay? Slope of L1 would be negative a. 負 a 除 b 嘛，係咪 general form? And you know L1 is upward sloping. So negative a should be greater than 0, which means a should be more than 0. Okay, so 1 is correct. And then let's see. L2, the slope should be negative c, right? Okay, and then can you see that L2 is steeper than L1, which means the slope of L2 should be greater than slope of L1, right? Okay, slope of L2 is negative c. Slope of L1 is negative a. So which means negative c greater than negative a. So inequality concept, okay, which means c is more than a. So 2 is wrong. So only answer is C. Okay? And then let's go to question 66. Okay, try to do it yourself first. Okay, and then let's see. This time the line is x plus ay plus b equals 0, and then ask you which of the following is true. So again, I will check the slope first. So this time the slope is negative 1 over a, and it's upward sloping, which means the negative 1 over a should be greater than 0. So a should be smaller than 0. Yes, 1 is okay. And then let's try to see the x-intercept. X-intercept means y goes 0. So now all we have is x plus b equals 0. So x equals negative b. So this point is negative b 0. However, can you see the x-intercept is on the positive side？ 即係佢個 x-intercept 應該係正數嚟㗎嘛，係咪？因為佢個 origin 右手邊嘛。Which means that negative b should be greater than 0, right? So b should be more than 0, also right. Okay, then we go for the y-intercept. So you can see actually these questions are just similar. Okay, just check slope, x-intercept, and y-intercept. Okay, and then let's see. Y-intercept means x goes 0. So all we have now is ay plus b equals 0. So y equals negative b over a. But can you see that, okay, the y-intercept is smaller than negative 1. So negative b over a should be smaller than negative 1. So b over a is greater than 1. So a is smaller than b. Okay, so it should be dot. Okay, and then let's go to question 67.